because I want to write a book from an Islamic perspective on black social issues and resolutions for black social issues, right?
You mean black economic issues?
Yes, but but the main goal of a book I want to write is Islamic solutions for black social issues. I want to write first a book on Islamic economics for black issues. So when I write the book and when I sell it, I get feedback from my customers, right? Well, the readers. They like this, they didn't like that, or whatever. I take feedback in, right? Oh, that was good. So I would take the feedback on that, what's good from the book, or the aspect of the style of writing, what wasn't good or needs more clarity, and I will use that information to build the book on the main goal, which is going to be Islamic solutions for Black American social issues, right? Like, for example, you look at Malcolm X, right? Malcolm X, two versions of Malcolm X. Malcolm X with the nation and Malcolm X when he left the nation, right? Small difference. When it comes to black politics, he still was the same, right? So my book is going to be geared towards something like that, but more of social issues in the black community. Like I work somewhere in retail right now, right? And it's an all Jewish neighborhood. So when the Jew come in, they're all married. All the Jews and women come in, they come in with the children, and they're all married. They got husbands.
Of course, of course.
But when the black person walks in the store, because there's some projects not too far from there, right? That's how New York is. New York, you could be a rich neighborhood, and down the street is projects, right? This is how New York is. So when the black folks come in, not all of them, but the BW, when they come in, whole bunch of kids, out of 10 BWs who walk in there, kids and no man. And they still ain't. They still ain't. And I'm talking, they still ain't.
Really?
They still ain't.
Where on earth are you?
How you doing? Alhamdulillah. I ain't seen you in a long time. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. So, and they be stealing, right? But the point what I was trying to say is that we have a lot of this in our community. It might not be everywhere in our community, but there's a segment of our community who have these issues, right? And
What issues, though?
huh?
What are the issues?
Y'all BWs, single,
No.
how the kids grow up. My book is going to my main goal of one of my main books is to deal with these issues, because a lot of our people don't think about the issues. Like, for example, I was working one day this week. It was this week, and I was talking to this guy. I'm in retail, Latino. He came in to buy some stuff for his baby, right? And we were laughing at another person who had a baby. The baby was funny, right? And I mentioned to him, I say things to people to make them think, right? So that's why it's important to have two parents in the household. He's buying baby stuff, right? He's like, yeah, that's true. And I said that if you don't have two parents in the household, I don't know this guy. I'm just saying this to him, right? I can read people's faces. It's going to be horrible for that child growing up, right? So it's very important that the mother and the father are not selfish. I just say it at him because he was Puerto Rican, man. Puerto Ricans to me, they black folks, right? I got Puerto Ricans in my family, right? Some of my cousins are Puerto Rican, right? And I'm from New York. So I said it to him, right? Just to make him think. Because sometimes I can see him going to the store, women get on your nerves. And I said, but it's very important that the parents are not selfish, because the children need both parents in the house for them to be successful. So parents can't be selfish. That's the success for the child lies in his parents being together. And if it doesn't work out, it's best for the male boys or the male child to be with the father, because he gets the same outcome of having two parents in the house. I just threw that out of us to see what. I throw things at people sometimes to see, make them think, see what type of response. Like, you know what, you're right. So, yeah, you're right. It's important to keep the nuclear family, two people in the household for children. Like, I'm divorced, right? And I can see the effects of the divorce on my children. I see when I talk to them, I can see it on my own kids.
What effects that you think, though?
Huh?
What are the effects what effects do you think?
So the effects, for example, not my case, but many people's case, the kids.
No, but you said you can see it on your kids. So what are you seeing and what are the effects? Yeah.
On my kid, I can see it. I be like, you guys need to live with me sooner or later. We're going to be real soft. You're going to be real soft because, your mom can't tell you guys how to be a man. Like one of my kids, right, my oldest, like 2 years ago. We was at his graduation, right? And they from Harlem. They from Harlem. So in the graduation, this girl had a brother. My son was like the middle. He was like in middle school. He was graduating middle school at the time, right? And the school is right there in the hood, right there in the hood too, right? So this girl had a brother. And he said, "Yo, this guy wants to fight me." So this kid, this big dude right here, this kid's too big to be in your school. He said, "Oh, this is girl right here. That's her brother." I'm like, "Why he want to fight you?" Right? I was messing with him. I'm like, "Yo, why this dude want to fight you?" He said, "Oh, I took a recording of her getting beat up." I said, "Oh, you need to mind your business." See, that's so happy you don't mind your business. But I said, "Yo, we was walking outside. I said, the guy's gonna bother you, man. I got something for him." Right? But his mom, clueless about the situation was going on.
Okay,
Clueless.
but here's the thing. You should.
Hold on,
Let me
hold
tell
on.
you something though, man. Let's be serious. You keep
Women,
making your kids messy.
no, I'll keep my kids messy. My
I
kids is
thought you
bad.
recorded the fight because you
Yeah,
make them so messy now.
that's what you get for. And I said, "Yo, if that was your sister," I told her, "If that was your sister, and somebody did that, and your sister was getting beat up, would you get mad? Would you want to fight the person too? Was you recording and laughing?" I said, "Yo, you better mind your business." And I said, "Yo, men are not caught up in women's affairs, girls' affairs." I said, "That's what happened when you live with your mom." That's what I told him. That's why you grow up and you be with your mom. Because your mom acting like that with other women, screaming and yelling and hollering with women in the street or on the phone. I said, men, we don't do that. Right? So when children, you get divorced and you have male children and you're not, and the father's not in the house and you're not spending a lot of time. Like I spend time with my kids, right? But even if you still see them outside your normal visits, if they're not living with you, it's not gonna have the same effect. It's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the same. Not
That's
gonna be.
true, but at this moment, you only have sons, right?
I have boys, yeah. Alhamdulillah, I don't have
You
no
only
daughter.
have boys, so yeah, it makes sense for them to be with you. Absolutely.
No.
But if you
So
had a daughter, it might not make sense for your daughter to be with you all the time.
depends on her age. Like
I think you should have the same relationship, and she should see you being active in her life, but you shouldn't be with her every day necessarily. I
all right,
think the
so
men need to see their father 24/7, like you said.
be the father. I give you an example. I have a coworker. Me and him around the same age, right? I'm just a couple of years older than him. I'm in my late 40s. He's like in his mid 40s, right? So he was telling me about his daughter. His daughter's preteens. It's like, oh, she'd be very disrespectful to me when I see her and all of this. He said he used to have custody. We was just talking. And he said, no, I don't like her behavior. And her mom, obviously, she be behaving. The mom behave in front of her. The daughter disrespect me all the time because the mom is like that. So I'm like, listen, man. I said, you need to study or look more into child psychology.
Wait, I have a question. So, in this example, this is a separated family, or is everyone under one roof?
Oh, it's separated.
Okay, okay.
It's definitely separated. So I'm saying, I'm telling him what your daughter is doing is just normal. But I say, yo, you gotta keep your calm always, and you can't be arguing with her mom. I said because your daughter's gonna model you, meaning the type of man she chooses to be with or don't be with. I said, yo, you screaming and yelling and arguing with her mom all the time. Maybe when she grew up, she might say, yo, man, I don't want no black dude. I don't want to give a black guy. Look how my father be acting. Or she might grow up and you always acting like that. She might get with a guy just like that. It might be putting on his hands on her. I said, you don't want that. So I said, yo, we gotta watch our behavior in front of our kids. Hold our tempers. I need to take my own. And I told him, yo, I told him the same advice I'm giving him. I said, I gotta take this advice for myself. So what I'm telling you, I need to take it for myself. I'm saying it to you because we both need to hear this, right? So even with females, they need their fathers. Because I find that women who don't grow up with their fathers in the household, all right, even if they know their father, but not in the household, they're always looking for love. So they looking for guys to be like their fathers. And that's why a lot of females get in bad relationships with men. I was just talking to somebody like for the last few months, and I'm giving them some counseling. I'm like, yo, your issues in all your family, your depression, your anxiety, all comes from you not growing up with your father. And I said, the type of men that you dealt with, that gave you all this trauma because you was looking for a father figure in these men, and these men were not good examples.
You mean her father wasn't a good example? And that's
Men,
what she was looking for.
and the men too. The type of men she was looking for.
Yeah,
All
because they were like her father.
right, she was looking for a father.
Good guy. Yeah. Well, yeah, I can agree with that. I
Then
think it's really deep conversation. It's a
the next issue, I just want to say this, I'm gonna let you talk. And the next issue, very important, if the children don't see both parents in the house, they don't know their roles when they grow up. in the house. If the woman don't see her mother in the house, how the mother treats the father, and how the father treats the mother, she's not gonna know her role in her house when she gets in the relationship. Likewise with the guy. He doesn't grow up and see his father in the house doing manly things and being responsible to take care of a family, and how the father deal with the mom and the woman's emotions. As a rational man deal with women's emotions and things, he's not going to learn this. If he doesn't learn this from his father, even in a relationship, if he doesn't learn this, he's not going to have a successful relationship. That's why it's very important to have both parents in the house and the children seeing both parents in the house. The woman knows her role, learn the role from the mother, and see how a man treats a woman. Likewise, the male learns from the father how to be a man, how to be a father, how to be accountable, and how he treats a woman, and how a woman treats a man. How good the male's going to learn how a good woman treats a man. Oh yeah. TikTok acting up right now. It's very important. These, look, this. Okay, take it to. I hope people can hear me. Take it to the basic animal instance. You see the animal world, right? For example, you might see in the animal world, like the duck have his baby ducks, right? And the mama teach the duck how to swim, the baby ducks how to get in the water and survive. You might see in the animal world, the lions, the males and female lions, how they train the cubs.
But wait, this is nothing. The male animals are never there, though. I don't think the male duck is there. The male drops off,
Yeah,
what he has to, and then he keeps it pushing.
Depends on the species, but it does protect the female and the young. Even in the animal world, this is happening. The youngings are learning from the parents, even in the animal world. Even in the animal world, they teach the young how to survive, how to hunt. Likewise, the human we are more sophisticated, have more of the intelligence, right? Higher intelligence than the animal world. If we can see lower species understand this, but we as the higher intellectual built society, we can't see this.
No, I think that we can see it though, but I do think like humans, the issue is like humans need to be more based like animals, right? Just moving how animals move. It needs to be a natural thing because now we have had a lot of freedom to think about things and it's not working. This is the issue that we're having today. We've got the freedom to think, but we're not thinking correctly.
Right.
We have the power to think as humans as we should, but we're not thinking correctly. So
We're being disobedient. That's what it is. We're going against our nature. What happens when you go against your nature?
no, but I thought the whole point of having nature and being human is that we have the ability to be beyond just an animal. But we're not using rationality. We're not very rational. At the stage that we are now in humanity, we might as well be like the animals before us. We shouldn't have evolved to be able to think, to talk, to be able to create things because we're not creating the right things. We're not really being rational. Okay, if the animals know, if I'm going to procreate with a man, the man needs to be able.
We grew up in the jungle, right? The lion or the male species gets pregnant the female species, right? Right?